Welcome to another news section. End of May, bodybuilding, fitness news, and nothing about strength. Don't worry, I'm not going to put you through that. That's for the other channel. Let's start with this curious video of our favorite 22-year-old Lithuanian vegan bodybuilder doing triceps with a grip on his penis. His handstand. Mika Sibonen, Elite Pro Champion, one of the best bodybuilders from the other bodybuilding league, has announced that he's switching to the regular IFBB. Just like Criso, Blessing, Nexila, Udvito and all of them did. He has competed at the top level in Elite Pro for nearly 10 years and has an impressive physique. Because of his height and weight, he could be a very good 212 bodybuilder, but time is his enemy because he's already 44 years old. We'll see how he does. I have to show you this video I found from when bodybuilding used to look old school. Back in those times, in the 90s and 2000s, bodybuilders still wore suits. At press conferences, they made these 130 kilo giants dress like this. Now they just get Olympia logo tracksuits. They're more comfortable, but we miss those comic book style suits that made them look like superheroes. Let's bring that style back. Tony O'Burton responds to the accusations of Synthol in his shoulders. He's already very tired of it, as are many other bodybuilders. I'm also a bit fed up with the Synthol topic, it's getting old. So, the New York champion, but he responds, just because I don't show striations in my shoulders, people say it's Synthol. And that's what happens when you give them a say. When you give power to the wrong people who have no idea on social media. Like Ivan Bodybuilding, which is an English-speaking channel and has been one of those leading this series of accusations against Antonio. What do you guys think? Is he using it or not? Let's get to the unpleasant part of the video because I have two pieces of news about deaths. First, we have the legend Albert Beckles. He passed away at 95 years old. He lived a long and full life. This bodybuilder from the 70s won numerous Mr. Universe titles, several competitions, and even managed to take second place against Ali Heine in the Mr. Olympia at 55 years old. He had an aesthetic, detailed and high-quality physique. One of the longest-lived bodybuilders in history. Unfortunately, we can't say the same about the guy I'm going to talk about. We're talking about Gabriel Ganley, a Brazilian influencer. A Brazilian who passed away at just 22 years old, which is a tragedy. No one should die so young, but it's not that simple, and I think there's more to it here. I'm going to comment on several things about this delicate topic. I saw numerous comments saying it was due to hypoglycemia, and then after looking at all the news and media, it seems that it was indeed because of hypoglycemia. Something that can happen to diabetics, which has to do with the use or misuse of insulin, to the point of causing such a sudden and severe drop of blood sugar that you could actually die, which apparently is what happened to this guy. I don't think it was suicide, I think it was negligence or even malpractice by his trainer, because I've also seen several comments accusing him. This is even being talked about in some media outlets. By the way, this man has disabled comments on all his posts. Marcelo Cruz, with 500,000 followers, a Brazilian trainer and coach, was supposedly training Gabriel. However, all the criticism has focused on his coach, Marcelo Cruz, because of the comments made by other athletes who hired him after learning about Ganley's premature death. Gabriel Moraes, another bodybuilder, claimed that Marcelo Cruz forced him to consume 75 grams of salt in just 3 days during the final phase of prep. I mean, we barely made it out of that by a miracle. That's crazy, really serious. So, Gabriel Ganley has passed away at 22 years old so young due to the misuse of the substance. Were they prescribed by his coach, or did he take more than he was supposed to and did it wrong? Who is to blame? Or is it both of their fault? And to finish with this topic, I want to show you something. I took a screenshot of his follower count, which was 1.9 million, days after the bad news was announced. And why did I take the picture? Because I already know how people are and I know how the internet is. And I want to compare it with this other image taken today. He has gained 500,000 followers after passing away. And it's like, why did they follow him? To say, I used to follow him, I was a huge fan of his, we always lose the best ones, or just for show. I mean, he's never going to post anything again. He's not there anymore, he doesn't need your support or your follow. All those people didn't even know him. I find it pretty curious, and also the 35,000 comments. Anyway, no matter how you look at it, it's a tragedy. A whole life ahead, he could have had a family. It's heartbreaking, really sad. Let's move on to other, less unpleasant topics. Derek Lansford continues with his bodybuilding villain arc. This time he didn't go after Andrew, but instead he went after Samson, and he says that Samson only won because he was off, and because Hadi Chopin was off, and that otherwise he never would have beaten him. In 2024, as you already know, Samson won the Mr. Olympia by beating Derek, and he says that if he comes in at his best, there's no way Samson will beat him again. Anyway, we'll see. He also uploaded this physique update to his YouTube channel a few days ago, and I have to say he looks spectacular. There's not much difference from the conditioning he brings to the stage. I have to mention that too. His X-frame is insane and he's huge. And speaking of Hadi Chopin, this is his latest physique update, where he looks huge, he's very massive. After just 1 month working with Milos Arkhep, his new coach, Hadi is already this filled out. That's really good, that he has regained the size he had lost. Let's hope he doesn't get a bloated stomach or have health problems, since we know what happened with Milos Arkhep. There's an unspoken dumbbell rivalry in the bodybuilding world. In presses, both flat and incline. It's like bodybuilders don't usually train these exercises with heavy weights, but for some reason, this guy does. And now it's Madelman's turn to do his demonstration. No elbow sleeves, completely raw, with 85 kilos per dumbbell, the 212 bodybuilder moved them with this ease, with this technique. I've been pretty impressed, considering he's not a very heavy bodybuilder. And speaking of the 212 division, this is the update from 7-time Mr. Olympia Flex Lewis. If you don't know him, it's a sin. This man is one of the best bodybuilders in history when it comes to titles. 7 Olympias in the 212 division. People say the best is Keon, but I think they forget about the real boss here, which is Flex Lewis. After years away from bodybuilding, his condition is spectacular. Watch out, he's back. Let's look at Nexila's absurd measurements. Fede, the Spanish bodybuilding coach and bodybuilder, has measured the Colombian monster Nexila, and he has a ridiculous frame. A 58 centimeter calf they've grown 2 centimeters more from 1 year to the next. Which in contrast with Fede's 45 centimeter head is surprising, isn't it? Calves bigger than a human head, what is that? He then proceeds to measure his absurd neck, and it's also 58 centimeters just like the calf. And the thing is, Rubiel can't wear necklaces, he has to use belts. He puts bike chains around his neck. Well, we also have a post with no physique update of Nexila alongside Ángel. He's weighing 112 kilograms, which is way above his weight limit. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 10 kilos over. Next to Nexila, anyone looks small, of course he's a monster. But the Spanish bodybuilder is in spectacular physical shape, very big and very full. He gives it his all and goes all out. We'll see if he improves in his next appearance. And continuing with Kim, we have this other post with Joaquin Galan next to him. He's not afraid to pose with giants. This gentleman is Jay De Bueno. So what? Well, he's the owner of Mr. Olympia, one of the big shots. And he has said what I've been saying for a while and what I've already made several videos complaining about. That is, that the Olympia is always held in the United States in Las Vegas. I've always wondered why. If other sports or fitness events are held in different countries and move around, or for example the Arnold Classic, we have it in Ohio, United States, in the UK, in Europe, and we have it in Brazil and South America. Well, Jake Wood has said that they're looking into that he's thinking about it, and that maybe in the next few years it could move from one place to another. Who knows? Germany, the UAE, Dubai. And I find this very interesting. It would give an opportunity to bodybuilders who maybe can't travel to the United States because of all the restrictions, and they could compete here without any problem. There could be different judges and audience. Interesting. Let's move to the next topic. The channel meme is back. I won't say it. Let's see who knows which meme I mean. Plus, Contest Ireland. This May 30th, there are only a few days left and we have 7 competitors in Classic. That's it. A show with 7 people. And up to 5th place, they give Olympia qualification points. The interesting thing about this is that we have German Pastor and Ferran Miñana, 2 Spanish bodybuilders who are looking for their qualification to the Olympia. We'll see how they do. And let's go with some physique updates from bodybuilders who have caught my attention. Starting with Quinton Quintoneria, along with Brandao. He's one of Open Bodybuilding's perennial prospects, 3 weeks out from competing. A tall bodybuilder with a spectacular structure, very good shape. He's pretty big, he has an amazing physique. But I don't know if those glutes look like he's 3 weeks out. Will he finally come in shredded once and for all? Or will he give another typical performance that leaves us with a bittersweet feeling? Will this be the year he finally goes to the Olympia? I hope so. We're going to the opposite extreme with Vladislav Sorushko, the Ukrainian Nick Walker as I called him. Unaesthetic, monstrous, huge, and with extremely sharp definition. But it has to be said, he's a mass monster with paper-thin skin, full of veins, a truly freaky look. And I wanted to show you. A follower had been asking me to feature this guy, IFBB Pro Carlos Gonzalez. I've never featured him on the channel. He's a bodybuilder of Venezuelan origin, but he lives in Colombia. He doesn't have many followers. You might not know him. He has a spectacular physique. Spectacular quad genetics. Look at that great shape. Such a slim waist. What proportions. This physique. He has everything. Everything needed to be very competitive in pro classic physique. If he keeps improving, watch out for this guy in a few years. If you live in Spain and want to get supplements at a good price, you get 10% off at Mas Musculo. Use the link in the description and pinned comment of this video and the code ARES. This way, you win and support me. Let's end the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Ares YT Culturismo signing off. See you next time.